Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Lunchauskas. Today is the 6th of June 2018, so welcome everyone. Welcome to this session. So we're gonna have a look at the markets, what's happening with them right now, what levels to watch out for. But before we do that, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So the content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Also, a very quick reminder of our JFD Brokers research page here, which we update on a daily basis. We throw out different trading shoutouts, technical analysis, and of course our daily analysis that we throw out in the morning. So feel free to visit us and join and check us out. Yep. So I think you can find something useful for yourself. So for now, let's have a quick look at the market. So the first one I want to actually touch on is the Nasdaq. Now this isn't well, some interesting developments are happening here, let's say like that. If the S&P and the Dow Jones are quite far away from their recent, well, the highest point, their all-time highs, now of course we can see that Nasdaq is touching its highest point that we had here in March. Well, actually the highest point that we had in history. So now we're testing that level again, and of course the question here is, are we gonna move higher here? Are we gonna start breaking it and we're gonna end up closing above it, which will open the path towards the new unknown territory? Or actually is this level gonna hold? So of course we should be very cautious here. It's an interesting one to watch. I would probably say it's a very difficult one to trade right now, but just because judging by where it is right now. So for now we're just observing it, but I just wanted to point this out to you guys, just to so that you wouldn't miss it. So we are currently sitting at around this 7170 area, approximately there. So if we continue pushing higher and we get a nice close above here, then well, we could end up moving a little bit towards the 7200 mark, the round number of 7200. But if that doesn't hold, well, the next one that we're going to be looking for is the round 7300. Certainly, if are these levels going to get touched or not, this is quite a difficult one, because like I said, this is quite a new territory for Nasdaq. So for now, guys, just keep observing this level. Keep your eyes on the 7170. Let's see if it acts as a good level of resistance, or actually it's going to become support later on. Looking at the Footsie 100, so Footsie is, well, let's say trading nowhere today. I mean, it continues to balance around its 21 EMA here, and certainly, like I said, for now we're quite neutral on this one. We would need to see a nice push here higher towards the 77.95 mark, and then potentially a break of that area in order to kind of become more bullish on this one. But for now, we're just keep on monitoring it. We can see that this level here, the 7690, is acting as a nice, good, important level, and currently it's acting as a good level of support. So if we suddenly make a move lower here, keep an eye on this 7610 mark. That was the low of last week. So could be a good area to test, but that's only, of course, if we move away from the 7690. So yeah, like I said, I'll repeat myself, probably keep an eye on the 7610. A break below that could send this index even lower here. The next good level to watch here would be the 7565 mark, approximately there, and certainly below that we do have the good level of 7490, approximately there. So for now, of course, I would probably remain very cautious on this one, because it could go to either side. Let's quickly have a look at the DAX, and the DAX is currently trading at also going nowhere, and currently sitting just bouncing around this 12,830 level that I kept talking about in my previous videos. So keep an eye on it, guys. I mean, we need to see a nice push away from that level, and especially a nice close above that level in order to kind of maybe become more bullish, let's say, and aim for these higher levels, maybe even aim for the psychological 13,000 again. So for now, guys, keep an eye on it. We're not far from the 200 EMA as well. If we make a move lower here and we start breaking the 200 EMA, watch out for this 12,600. The 12,600 proved to be a nice good area of support in the past, so we could end up testing it again, but only if we make a move below the 200 EMA here, shown here as black line. So for now, it's a very tricky one. Probably requires a lot of observation instead of actually taking any action on this one. So also, one more index that I really wanted to touch on, guys, is the Italian Footsie MIB. Now, you probably remember, like last week and the week before, with all these tensions around Italy, and of course you probably, if you're monitoring this one, you remember this nice slide down here where we managed to reach the 21,150 area, approximately there. Currently today we're seeing that it tested this other key support area slightly higher than the previous one, the 21,460. So it tested that area, bounced off of it, and now it's currently sitting above it. Of course, it's not looking healthy. I would say we would be more bullish on this one if we see a nice move above the 22,425, and then we're probably only going to consider the higher levels. But for now, certainly it's closer to the downside more than closer to these key levels, key support levels, I would say. So watch out, again, watch out for this 21,460. We could see eventually another break here, and if we stay below that level, well, I mean, this could open the path towards this level again, towards these lows that we had here on the 29th of May. And the lows were here at around 21,150. Now a break below that could send this index even lower. Now another good area of support that I'm keeping an eye on, if we manage to break the 21,150, is this level right here at around 20,555, approximately there. So keep an eye on it, guys. Could be a good area for a test, but only if we make a break here below the 21,150. Let's quickly have a look at gold, and gold is well, it's trading sideways, let's say. Certainly we can probably get rid of this line right here now, so we're going to focus on mainly on these key levels here. The key resistance level that we're watching here is the 1307. Watch out for this one. If we start breaking it to the upside and eventually we'll get a close above this 1307, well, this could open the path towards this 1326 mark that has been touched in mid-May, around, well, to be more precise, 11th of May. So certainly, but until we see that level getting hit, we need to see a nice break above the 1307, which could also, I mean, if the price stays above it, the price could also stay above the 200 EMA, which also coincides with this level. So watch out for this one, guys. A very strong area of resistance, but if that gets broken, that opens the path towards these higher levels. On the downside, of course, we are keeping an eye on still on this upwards moving trend line. This upwards moving trend line keeps running, well, it's running from December 2016, so it continues to prove itself to be strong support. Certainly slightly below that we do have another strong horizontal support level, which is the 1290 mark. Now a break below that could send this commodity even lower. We could see maybe a touch of this 1282.5 mark, approximately there, and if that doesn't hold, well, guess what? I mean, we do have this other slightly more flattish upwards moving trend line that's running here from July 2017. For now, guys, be careful here. I would probably stay away from entering any trades. I would keep on monitoring these breakout levels. Let's quickly have a look at the euro dollar. So the euro dollar made a push here today, managed to break this 117,500 area that I was talking about, and of course we're now slightly above the 21 EMA. Let's see where this day is going to close. If we're going to stay like this or close somewhere above this 117,500 and especially above the 21 EMA, well, I mean, this could look bullish for this pair and we could end up pushing higher here. Maybe we could see a test of this 118,250. A break above that could open the path towards this upper bound of the Bollinger Band, and of course slightly above that we do have a nice good level here, which was the key level here that we were watching in the psychological 120. Also just slightly a few pips higher than that, we do have the 200 EMA, which kind of proves to be a significant area to keep an eye on. So for now, guys, of course, let's not rush into this too much, and let's be a little bit short-sighted for now. Let's keep an eye on this 118,250. Let's see if it touches that level or not. If this price stays below this 117,500 today, well, I mean, there could be some potential that we could see a move to the downside. Yeah, the potential could be to the downside, and on here on the lower levels we are keeping an eye on the 116,500. Now a break below that could send this pair to test the upwards moving trend line here that's running for quite a while now, and it's running since January 2017. So for now, guys, keep an eye on it. Certainly keep an eye on these two levels. Probably keep an eye on the 117,500 more, because this is where the price is trading at around right now, and yeah, let's see where it wants to close today. Let's quickly touch on the EURJPY. There's some interesting developments happening here. We are breaking currently this flattish upwards moving trend line. So of course, again, probably I'm going to mention the same thing. Let's see where it wants to close today. Probably if the momentum is going to stay here, this buying momentum is going to stay, then we're going to probably sit and, well, get back above it and continue pushing higher. Now we can see that we are making this nice V-shaped formation here. We are kind of, it's probably, well, let's not probably use these words, but there is some potential for this one to move higher here. A test of this downwards moving trend line here that's running from February this year. A test of that trend line from underneath could be a good option for this pair if this pair stays and closes above this key level right here at around 129,350 approximately there. So for now, guys, keep an eye on it, but like I said, it is looking bullish. Let's quickly touch on GBPUSD. Now GBPUSD is performing not bad as well, moving away from this key level that I was talking about, the 133.90, and of course now touching this 21 EMA. The next key level that I'm keeping an eye on is the 134.55. We were just shy of a few pips away from this level, so still this is a nice area to watch. Could act as a good level of resistance, the 134.55. So keep an eye on that one, guys. On the downside, if we suddenly reverse back down and move below the 133.90, well, this could be a bit ugly for this pair. I mean, we could end up moving lower here. The next key area of support that we could be watching then, if we get a scenario like that, then it's the 133. So nice, beautiful number of 133. But for now, of course, at the moment, just judging by the current picture, we are looking quite a little bit bullish. Let's quickly touch on the USDCAD. Now this one is an interesting one, and selling off nicely today and moving back inside this triangle formation that I was talking about in my previous videos. So certainly we're moving back in here. It currently finds its support at around this 21 EMA. A good level to watch here, and then underneath is the 122 200 approximately there. So 122.200, keep an eye on it. A break below that could send this pair to test this upwards moving trend line, and the level that we're watching here, not far, well, the level which is not far from that trend line could be this 127,300, approximately there. Keep an eye on it, guys. I mean, of course, all eyes are on today's close. Let's see if we're going to close below this line or not. And if we do, then, well, we're going to evaluate this one tomorrow again, and we'll just have to see what it wants to do. Probably, well, it's probably going to be looking more bearish than bullish. Okay, guys, we'll have to wrap it up here. I hope you found it useful. If you want to join me tomorrow in my Traders Espresso at 6 o'clock GMT time, 7 o'clock British Summer Time. But for now, thank you very much for listening and watching, and have a good day. Bye-bye.